Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm super excited because we have a lot of news to talk about. So yesterday Bloomberg dropped an amazing report about iOS 13, iPad Pro, iPads, 10-inch iPad, iPad mini, next iPhones, so the 2019 iPhones and the 2020 iPhones. Wow, what a massive report. But anyway, if you're excited, leave a like down below and subscribe to stay informed about all the new information that we'll be seeing really soon. Let's get into it. Let's start with iOS 13. Dark mode is coming. Finally, I have talked about this for a while now. The dark mode would be amazing because we have it on the Mac, which is super great. And now let's have it on the iPhones and iPads. It's gonna be super exciting. The home screen will have a huge redesign, but mostly on the iPad. So that doesn't mean that the iPhone will not have a redesign. It's just that the iPad is going to be completely revamped and look more of like a computer than more of like an iPhone. There's gonna be one massive feature on the iPad, which is the view tabs in apps. So you're gonna see tabs in apps, which has been on the Mac for quite some time now, and now we're going to be seeing it on the iPad as well. CarPlay is gonna be redesigned as well. However, we don't have any images, any leaks, any rumors about this, just that it's going to be redesigned with iOS 13. So there may be changes that you will not expect, but it's for sure going to be quite interesting. Apple is working on a news subscription and potentially a streaming service subscription, but all about that probably in another video because there's not a lot of information about that yet, and we may not even be seeing that in the first release of iOS 13, but in 13.1, for example. So dark mode is super big, a super big upgrade, and Bloomberg doesn't only talk about the iOS 13, but about the iPhones in 2020 and 2019, which is just massive. Let's start with the 2020 iPhones because that's just something that we never talked about and is super exciting to see. So 5G will be coming to the 2020 iPhones, as well as a 3D laser camera, which was initially planned for 2019. However, it was delayed to 2020 and it may even be delayed further. However, that is unknown. What 3D laser camera would do is accurately map things around you and put them into 3D so that you could have an image in your phone. This is kind of seen now with the AR, except now you would actually have way more things to do with this 3D laser lens. It could also be integrated into Apple Maps so that you would see where you're going. For example, if you're using directions, it would show you exactly what you have to see and which exit to take, for example, or where to walk. But that's all for the 2020 iPhones. There will be for sure more coming, but now let's get back to the 2019 release of the iPhones. We have some news here that we did not hear about yet. However, we know that we're gonna have 3 cameras on the iPhones in 2019. However, Bloomberg says that we will probably see only one model with the 3 cameras, which will probably be like the Max model, but we don't know about that. And what the camera would maybe even be able to do on the XS, like XI version, not the Max, it would probably capture more pixels and probably do some magic with it. So you would still have an improvement, but you would probably stick with the 2 camera setup. That, I don't know how I feel about that because the Max just feels like to be a huge phone and it's just not really practical on day-to-day basis. But let me know what you think about that down in the comments. We will for sure be seeing some Face ID upgrades, probably the Face ID hardware, and it's just with the processor, it's gonna become faster. With the hardware, it's gonna be safer, and it's just gonna be way better than even it is now. It's super fast now, but it's gonna be even faster in the future. That's all the iPhone news we have. Now let's go to the iPads. Let's start with the iPad Pro, which had a massive redesign and just complete changes in 2018. At the end of 2018, we had a new iPad Pro, which means we will probably not be seeing iPad Pro in 2019. However, we will have a possible iPad Pro in 2020, in the spring of 2020, and that's where we may even see the 3D laser camera being introduced for the first time. Let's look at the budget iPads and the iPad mini. Budget iPads and iPad mini are coming now in spring of 2019. So all of these, we will be seeing them in spring, which is super soon, and we should probably see an Apple event in March 2019. So it's so close, it's about a month away. iPad minis are said to be probably cheaper than they were ever. For all of you people who love your iPad minis, they're gonna even be more cheaper, and you can get an iPad mini 5 for a lot less than you bought your iPad mini 4. One change that we know now for the iPads is that the 9.7-inch iPad, the budget iPads that we see, will be getting a bigger screen. So it's gonna be upgraded to a 10-inch screen, which is not a lot, but still more screen size. However, we have no specific details about the iPads yet, and what we know is that the Lightning port stays. So no USB-C on the budget iPads yet. Well, that's it from this amazing article written by Bloomberg. Apple is doing so much now, and from this article we got so much insight to what Apple is planning, and I believe that 2019 and 2020 will be a massive year as Apple is really working on all of their technology. Apple seems to be doing so much right now with the release of AirPods 2, new iPads, crazy iPhone tech, and iOS 13 dark mode. That's really the most important part here. We're getting a dark mode, and you can see how excited I am. But if you're excited and you learned something new, please leave a like down below and subscribe for more videos and updates like this. Anyway, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye!